VACCA is a child and family welfare organisation established over 40 years ago by Aunty Molly Dyer, and is really about the preservation and strengthening of Aboriginal children and families and keeping children connected to their culture. The numbers of children in out-of-home care are significantly high, greater overrepresentation, a lot of vulnerable families, a lot of traumatised children that are in a system that doesn't understand Aboriginal culture. So it's really important that we have organisations that are about keeping children safe, working with families to get children home, and we offer the best services to Aboriginal children and families. VACCA's grown. We're an organisation that was predominantly about placing children, removing children. We've now grown to an organisation where we're much stronger in putting children back into their home. We run playgroups, we run early intervention, parenting programs, stronger programs. We run residential care services. So we run the full continuum of programs for children and families in the out-of-home care system. And the biggest gain for us is when we see children go back home.
Because the playgroup actually involves young children, we actually use the word know and belong. The first one is Nagal, which is belong, and also Nadaji, yes, which means know. With our Aboriginal children and Torres Strait Islander children, that they actually belong to the community and they know where they come from.
They have put cultural relevance on the child protection out-of-home care agenda, and their advocacy work has been second to none. And then in their service delivery, they've been creative, they've got multiple programs, they've engaged with carers, they've engaged with communities, they've engaged with the kids.
I think it's important that Aboriginal people, given our over-representation, given the history of removal and the numbers of children that have been placed in institutions, and now we've got second, third generation of children. We've got 5 generations of children that we've dealt with within out-of-home care. We've got to break the cycle of removal. Too many of our children end up in juvenile justice, criminal justice. Too many die too young, too many are in family violence, drug and alcohol. So it's really important that we break that cycle.
I think the thing about VACCA's governance is that they've spent a lot of time recording it and educating people on why they run an internal structure the way they do. There's a deep attachment within it to Aboriginal culture and heritage. It influences everything they do, and the style of how they go about things as a cooperative, nevertheless developing a very clear board structure and a strong place for the CEO, and a good linkage between that and the kind of programs they develop.
We've gone through an accreditation process, and we met 5 categories of those 8 areas exceedingly. So I think Aboriginal services are doing well. I think the Indigenous Governance Awards are important. They send a message about the importance of good governance, but also about the role of reconciliation in promoting the best interests of our people more broadly.
I come to organisations like VACCA and I think, could we survive without these organisations? And I think the answer to that is no.